Y arrancan. Órale, ya se quedaron atrás, papá. Tómala, bananazo. Tómala. Mira, ahí te va. Toma. Mira, tomo las curvas como Dios. Sale, sale. Ya, ganamos, ganamos. Número uno. Soy RCZX Gamer. Comencé. Hola mis amigos de YouTube, después de ver lo bueno que soy en karts y que por eso reté a mi profesor de dispositivos, comencemos. Este video va dedicado a mi hermano, que es fan de la Fórmula 1 desde que era un niño. Perfecto, sin más preámbulos, hablemos de cosas más importantes. La reseña en la Fórmula 1 y su primer gran premio, Australia 2017. Comenzando con la pregunta obligada, ¿qué hay de interesante en este gran premio? Bueno, para empezar es la apertura anual de las carreras en la Fórmula 1 y es la presentación oficial de todas las mejoras en diseños de los autos modificados para alcanzar velocidades monstruosas. El recorrido en Albert Park es de 5.3 kilómetros contando con 16 curvas, las cuales en el sector 3 se alcanza una velocidad de hasta 296 kilómetros por hora. Los pilotos Heinz Harald Frentzen y Lewis Hamilton son los poseedores de las vueltas más rápidas. En el 97 Frentzen con un tiempo de 1.30.585 y en el presente año Hamilton con 1.22.188, lo cual te habla de un progreso exponencial en el deporte automóvil. Viniendo a mí, otra pregunta. ¿Cuál es la pasión real para cualquier persona común que vea estas carreras? La pasión es la velocidad, la adrenalina, el conocer la competencia entre los pilotos, compañeros de equipo o no, las sanciones que se imponen a las normas que deben seguir cada uno de los pilotos para no caer en infracción que les reste puntos para el campeonato, la ingeniería que se le aplica a cada uno de estos autos, para año con año volverlos más rápidos, así como la tecnología que se aplica posteriormente en los autos de uso común. Actualmente los líderes de esta división son los autos del equipo Mercedes, con Nico Rosberg retirado y Lewis Hamilton en activo, pero hay más. Vienen empujando fuerte los equipos Ferrari y Red Bull. De hecho, en la última carrera nos demostró Ferrari con su piloto Sebastian Vettel que ya han alcanzado en diseño y tecnología y velocidad a los autos Mercedes. Amigos de YouTube, los dejo con fragmentos de la carrera de este fin de semana. Por favor no se olviden comentar, suscribirse, darle like si les gustó o no les gustó y activar la campanita de notificaciones que se encuentra en la parte de arriba para más videos en mi canal. Soy RCZX Gamer, hasta la próxima.
Lights out and away we go. Hamilton gets away very well indeed. Sebastian Vettel has to cover off Valtteri Bottas. Verstappen's already challenging Kimi Räikkönen into turn 12. The places have been lost for Romain Grosjean and going off the Sauber of Marcus Ericsson and Kevin Magnussen.
But very clumsy. It was on pretty much in the middle of the corner, even slightly towards the exit.
Oh, look, here comes the Force India of Sergio Perez on Danny Kvyat. Down the inside goes Perez. Super move. Who says you can't overtake in Formula One? He got that done very nicely indeed. Huge plume of dirt there. Does Sergio Perez. Looks to me like Danny Kvyat might have just gone a little bit wide.
With these wider tyres and more downforce.
Do you have damage? Do you have damage?
When you get a rear view shot, as the Haas comes out of the pit lane, Kevin Magnussen.
Time to make up, as out comes Daniel Ricciardo, Ted Kravitz.
Does, and I thought he might put the soft tyres on and just go for it for a long strategy, but no.
Reporting that he's struggling for grip.
Surprised he gave that away, frankly, that piece of information. But what's good news here is that Vettel appears to be able to follow. DRS is helping, appears to be able to follow. But this year there's a new regulation. Let's watch it again.
Just coming in.
He clipped Magnussen just caught the curb, but it straightened the car up.
And Ericsson cut across him.
Ericsson's entitled to. He's turning, he left him space. He caught the curb, you see, and just lost the steering out of his hands almost. So that's entirely down to Magnussen. But there's a new regulation this year, 38.2. Unless the driver is wholly or predominantly perceived to be at fault, the stewards will not take action. In other words, they're going to let them race a lot harder. But that is, they'll only be looking at Magnussen on that one.
Hamilton did the 1:28. Is that a grip, I wonder?
There's a thought, there's a school of thought, as we see Lance Stroll coming through there past the Sauber, that an overcut might be better here because the super softs are slow to warm up and longer before putting the now.
Stoffel Van Dorn coming in for soft tyres. Now, can he get that McLaren going again? Ted, I don't know if you can see what's happening in the pit box.
He's been suffering from a loss of power.
Okay, Stoffel, apply the brakes during the stop. You need to do the power cycle. You will do the power cycle, then try and restart the engine as normal.
Oh dear, he's been suffering from a loss of power, and then that's just what...
The pits comes Romain Grosjean, and I wonder if there's a problem with his engine there. Yeah, look, there's huge plumes of smoke now coming from the rear of that Haas. And this is a real shame for Grosjean, who was looking forward. I spoke to him today. He's getting out of the car. His race is over, and he was looking forward to a really good points haul, and said you could feel the difference in that Ferrari power unit from last year. Real improvement on it, but it's caught fire.
Turbo's gone, I'd imagine. That's bad. Yeah, that'll make Ferrari a little bit nervous, although they've probably got different cooling systems or whatever, but that'll make Ferrari nervous.
Yep. And Palmer's retiring, I would imagine. They finally put the brakes on the brake issue that has been affecting Jolyon Palmer throughout the race. Another Toro Rosso here. He certainly forced Carlos Sainz to lock up his brakes. Perez, did he go over the front wing? Yes, he did. Has he got a puncture? I'm not quite sure. But Perez has managed to get past Carlos Sainz. But was that too aggressive?
Good move.
I mean, he's ahead here. Did Sainz have to give him a little bit more room? I can't get past, and the guy in front saying I'm starting to lose a little bit of grip. Something's got to give. Kevin Magnussen's gone off the track, not for the first time today, in the same corner as well, down at turn 3. Great shot that is in ultra high definition. You can see him in the background. So Kimi Raikkonen goes through. Sebastian Vettel's going to come out. And guess what? Sebastian Vettel now ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton behind Verstappen. And we've got Vettel, Verstappen, Hamilton. And this the battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. But could well be the battle for the win.
But what's Verstappen going to try and do? Is he going to try and go around the outside? He's got his wheels on the dirt. Gets away with it. How frustrated will Hamilton be now? He's not in the lead, and he's still got to pass this snaking Red Bull.
Well, he wants that Red Bull out of the way, but as he can see up ahead, Vettel is starting to pull ahead. The Sauber has stopped. Marcus Ericsson out of this race, and I wonder if that's why we're seeing some yellow flags in the final sector, just before turn 13, an extra round of limoncello, and Toto Wolff knows that that is where the race... Here's a man we haven't seen for a while, Stoffel Van Dorn, running in 15th place at the moment, running off the track, been suffering issues throughout the race, really, and on her 25th birthday, he's having to really work overtime. The car behind him, 6.8 seconds and all. There is a Red Bull.
Danny
Rick, looks like Danny Rick. A Red Bull that didn't make the start. Now where is...
Not really in a dangerous position there. It's very much out of the racing line.
Let's, as we watch Daniel Ricciardo and we watch what happened, Christian Horner can join us live from the pit wall. Oh dear, commiserations, Christian. Can you tell us exactly what went on?
Yeah, man, his day's just gone from bad to worse. So, unfortunately, it looks like an engine failure. So, that's the end of his day.
Is this in any way connected, Christian, to the problems, the issues you were having in testing with the MGUK?
I don't know yet. Don't know actually.
So we'll,
as Alonso knows what it's like to lead races, win world championships, and I always think those drivers who have been on the circuit up the front.
For Ferrari ahead of Mercedes, and for many of you, you'll like the new look Formula One. Nothing wrong with a bit of change, is there? Lance Stroll going off.
One of those three.
Lance Stroll.
There was definitely something wrong with that car, as it wasn't. He didn't just outbrake himself.
And that's the end of Lance Stroll's debut race. He'll go back and have a little think about this weekend. He'll remember it for the rest of his life. but he knows that he will have more smoother. And to go, isn't he? Esteban Ocon. Fernando Alonso knew he was coming. A suspension failure, says Kevin Magnussen, is the reason why he's out of this race.
3 different chassis, 3 different engines. You won't get round there, son.
Oh, and you might lose a bit of front wing as well. But now he's right on Alonso's tail, isn't he? And surely with DRS, this is the chance for Esteban Ocon to get into the points. Hulkenberg is there as well. Ocon does manage to get into 10th place. Hulkenberg might snatch it off him, no. Ocon gets into turn 1 just ahead of the Renault. Fernando Alonso might just fight back here because Hulkenberg was definitely compromised by that attack on Esteban Ocon. And Alonso's going to go for it. Now the Force India stretches away and Hulkenberg manages to... Problem maybe. This was brilliant, Martin.
Yeah, good stuff, wasn't it? But, Ocon managed not to lose too much there. He almost had to go round there to defend against Hulkenberg. Good driving, good clear-headed thinking there. He got very close to losing a bit of his front wing. In fact, he did lose a bit of his front wing. I wonder if that did any damage to the rear of Alonso's car, or the rear tyre punctured, or what have you. But Ocon then up in games up there.
The retiring Fernando Alonso. Sadly, the orange car peeled off into the pit lane, and he is out of this race, which is a real shame. I mean, ran in the points for so long, Fernando Alonso there. I think he's shown why McLaren had 2 winless seasons in the last 3 years in Formula One. The man who was frustrated last season, the man who can see the crowd now rise to acclaim him, because Sebastian Vettel starts off 2017 by winning the Australian Grand Prix. Ferrari on top, down under. And there was no golden touch for the Silver Arrows today. Lewis Hamilton comes home to claim 2nd place ahead of his teammate.
No, me recargo en la pared, ya se me acabó la pila.